It's a lovely, lovely night.
Yes, it is.
I was hoping you'd bring me here.
I must have read your mind.
I believe you probably could. My, that's a serious look.
Well, it's a pretty serious situation. Every once in a while it hits me. We're doing. And makes me wonder.
And yet...
Oh, I know. It was Dad's idea to take Mother home and for me to drop you off.
It would have been a lot more convenient if you took your mother home, but that's not what he suggested. It has to mean something, Ridge. It must mean something.
Yeah, Logan. It means something.
Well, doesn't it?
Could mean not fully realizing the situation, that he's becoming involved with Mother again. That he wants to spend time with her. That he's being drawn back into a marriage of over 30 years. Sure, it could mean all that. That's speculation. It could be something else, too. It could mean that he's just being sensitive, kind. A good man that sees she's hurting and wants to help her through it.
Ridge, they have been through so much together, so many experiences. Why do you think I was so insecure about Eric when it came to Stephanie? Because she was a threat. Not an imagined threat. She was a very real threat. She knows Eric better than I ever will, and that counts for a lot. It does. It has to.
Thank you very much for driving me home.
No problem.
Well, you don't have to stay. I know you'd like to go and see your wife.
Is this a pitcher of iced tea I see out here?
Yes, why, did you want some?
Yes, I would love a glass. I guess some things never change, do they?
Oh, you mean the proverbial pitcher of tea that I have every summer, eh?
Actually, very little has changed in this house since I left it.
Well, call me a sucker for tradition.
You could start new ones.
Oh, I think traditions are something that you start when you're young.
Well, you're not that old, Stephanie.
I didn't say I was old, Eric. I said traditions are something that you start when you're young without even realizing it. Kind of like having, babies and starting families.
It's all right.
You and Brooke are the exception.
Well, speaking of children, we have a child of whom we can be very proud this evening.
I wish I could have seen Felicia showing.
Well, you could have.
No. You know, if there's anything I'd change, it'd be my relationship with Felicia. I was too overbearing. On all of you.
Don't get down on yourself.
Well, who better to do it than I? You were always the pleasant one. I, on the other hand...
You, on the other hand, were full of spirit and spark from the moment your feet hit the floor in the morning. And I, for one, am glad you were.
Thorne, are you coming to bed?
In a minute.
Well, I'll just wait inside.
No. Macy, I want you to sit down. There was something on your mind earlier, something that you very much wanted to tell me. I want to know what it is.
the bold and the beautiful. This portion sponsored by Teddy Graham's Bear Witches, the unbearably delicious bite-sized sandwich cookie from Nabisco.
I'm not trying to be the prophet of doom here. I want this as much as you do. Maybe you're right. Maybe something is going on with Mother and Dad. Maybe those sparks are being rekindled, but Brooke, I mean, it's...
Shh. Don't say it. Let's just leave it at that, okay?
Can we leave it at that? Can we, Logan?
You ever look back and think about the things that you would do differently?
No. We wouldn't have done things any differently. We were the way we were for very good reasons. The pressures we were under and goals we wanted to attain.
I was thinking, perhaps if I hadn't been so aggressive, you know, if I'd been more the woman behind the man and, oh, I don't know, taken care of the house more and the family and tended to your needs, you know, been more of the traditional wife.
I didn't want the traditional wife, or I would have married one. I almost did, as you recall.
Beth Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying that there are other reasons that you married me besides the fact that I was pregnant with Ridge?
Well, your pregnancy had a great deal to do with my marrying you, and I did. But I loved you. I might have married you anyway.
That's the first time I think I've ever heard you admit that.
Well, then I'm glad I did. Well, now, I really do have to go. I have a very busy day tomorrow. I want you to think about this job at Forrester, will you?
I will.
Good. And Stephanie, Felicia is a wonderful, accomplished daughter. And we have a couple of terrific sons, too. I think you and I have very good reason to be proud tonight. I'll call you.
Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Oh, God, no. What am I doing to myself?
Honey, you're making far too much out of this.
Wait a minute. Macy, earlier this evening before Sally or Jake arrived here, something very definitely was bothering you. And it was to the point that you were ready to cancel our plans for the evening just to talk about it.
Thorne, honey, just forget about it, okay? I'm telling you now that it's not significant, okay? So don't make it into something that is.
Well, if it's not significant, just tell me what it is. But you won't. Which makes it very significant, Macy.
You're asking me if we can be hopeful. I say we can.
We also have to be realistic.
Ridge, hope is realistic. I mean, it's as realistic as anything else in life.
All right.
I convinced you?
You convinced me.
Well, I'll be.
We better get you home before Dad gets there.
Ridge. Here's hoping.
I can see, Macy, that you really don't want to talk about this.
And you're making an issue out of this, which you shouldn't.
It shouldn't bother me that my wife is keeping secrets from me.
You don't keep any secrets from me?
None.
Not one.
Not one.
That's not true. There are a lot of secrets that you keep from me, Thorne.
Name one.
And you'll tell me what that is.
Absolutely.
A new car says you won't.
You're on.
Fair enough. Get out your checkbook, Thorne.
Do you get home okay?
You mean your father hit any trees? No, he didn't. So what's up?
Just wanted to make sure you're all right.
Why wouldn't I be?
Dad's been the source of a lot of heartache for you lately.
That was several weeks ago.
You feeling better now?
Yes.
Good, good. Glad to hear that. Any particular reason?
Well, there's always a reason, isn't there?
What would that be?
You're very curious.
You're very much my mother.
You're a liar, not a good one. Your curiosity hasn't got a thing to do with the fact that I'm your mother.
So you're gonna answer my question or not?
Well, you already knew the answer to that question before you asked it. Your father has always been a big part of my moods.
That's what I suspected.
That's what you hoped.
So what happened with you two?
Nothing earth-shaking. Your father is a very kind gentleman. He's showing a great deal of concern for me because he doesn't want me to wallow in a lot of pain and despair because of his marriage to Brooke.
But you're feeling encouraged.
Yes, I'm encouraged. Your father's an artist. He's always creating, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. There's a whole part of himself I don't think he's even aware of. The fall collection, next fall's collection, the spring collection, the spring of '95. It's endless. It goes on and on. Consciously, subconsciously. Endless new possibilities. And then there's me. I'm part of that vast subconscious of your father's. I think more than he begins to realize.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry I'm so late.
That's all right. Did Stephanie have a good time?
Yes, she did. She had a wonderful time. You expecting a cold front through here? How come you're wearing that nightgown?
Is anything wrong with it?
Well, nothing. It just covers too much of you. Here, put this on for me.
What's the Forrester spring collection going to look like?
Now, wait a minute.
No secrets. Isn't that what you just said?
This is different, Macy.
A secret is a secret, Thorne, and there are times when you keep one, even from a spouse.
This is a business secret. Yours is personal.
How do you know that?
Are you telling me it involves Spectra?
It involves people who work at Spectra, yes.
Which people?
Thorne, would you just let it go, okay? There are certain things that people are better off not knowing, and this is one of them. Come on. Come on, let's go to bed.
You are trying to distract me from the issue.
Well, a wife is allowed to do that.
Well, just so you know, I'm very aware of it.
Okay, you're aware of it. Now what?
Now, we go to bed. But don't you go thinking I'm going to forget about this, because I won't.
You and Dad must have had one interesting night.
He drove me home, he had a glass of iced tea, and he left.
Did you pick up on anything?
Yes, I think I did. I just hope I'm not misinterpreting something.
I hope not, too.
I want to ask you a question. And I want you to answer me honestly. Was I just too strong and aggressive in our marriage?
Mother, I think that you were dynamic. I think that's why he loved you.
But it didn't work. I think it became too much for him.
No, you know what I think? I think that you two were both victims of success. That everything was fine as long as you were struggling. But once you'd made it, once all those battles had been fought and won, at least most of them, that's when things started becoming anticlimactic for you. Instead of enjoying the fruits of your success, you looked around and you got frightened because there were no more battles to be won. So you created your own battleground. That turned into your marriage. You both fought, you both lost.
That's pretty depressing.
Oh, I don't know. In this day and age, when we have old enemies becoming new friends and old battles and cold wars being forgotten, maybe you and Dad are right up there with the times because of that.
You think it's possible for impossible dreams to come true?
I think they happen every day.
Well, maybe we're about to witness one.
Are you still alive in there? Well, that's better. Are you all right?
Of course.
You're not upset about anything?
Now, what would I be upset about?
I don't know. I was just wondering if it bothers you.
What?
Well, times like tonight, when I spend so much time with Stephanie and give her so much of my attention at your expense, of course.
No, that doesn't bother me.
Are you sure?
Eric, I know how much it means to Stephanie, and I'm sure it means a lot to you, too. After all, the both of you were married for over 30 years.
You have become so amazingly understanding about this.
Well, we grow up. You and me, all of us. We grow and we learn. But the important thing is to respond to what we're learning about ourselves, no matter how difficult that is.
Well, you certainly seem to have that lesson down. I hope I can learn it as well.
You will. Just keep in mind that anything is possible, Eric. Nothing is written except for what we ourselves write.
I remember that. I'm in the shower.
him be